Some in Athens County are now part of a new congressional district. And last night, they voted for a new representative in Congress. Good afternoon, I'm Lorenzo Washington. This weekend, snow fell from the sky, but that didn't stop hundreds of Ohio University students from going to bear on the bricks of Court Street. On Saturday, students stripped down and ran down the street for local charities and shelters. Bellavino is in the middle of an ongoing debate over whether to replace the winery with an apartment complex. The director of Athens Historical Society, Ron Luce, argues that the proposed complex will violate zoning code requirements. Luce has asked City Law Director Pat Lang to intervene, but Lang announced yesterday that he will not and plans to defend the city if a lawsuit is filed. One area business owner says he has mixed feelings about the possibility of Bellavino closing.
Sad to see that business go. It seems like a very, very busy little business. You know, a lot of people, and not to mention the employees that are going to depend on their jobs, are possibly not going to have those anymore. But looks like it could be an opportunity for another business to maybe fill that niche that's going to be gone.
Bellavino owner Lily Chandler could not be reached for a comment. No luck for the Cleveland Cavaliers as they took their talents to South Beach to visit ex-teammate LeBron James. The Kings' below-average performance in Dwayne Wade's absence wasn't enough for the Cavs to beat the Miami Heat. James finished with only 17, but he had a ton of backup from Chris Bosh, who finished with a season-high 35 points. Afraid to say the Heat are a better team without Wade, the Heat are 12-5, 7-1 without Dwayne Wade in the lineup. The 6-10 Cavs will try to redeem themselves tonight in New York against the Knicks. Of course, everybody's not going to agree with the Stars. I mean, it's just Halloween. They're just Halloween costumes. What's the big deal? The Stars members don't see it that way. Cats came into ESPNU's Bracket Buster weekend with their second straight loss to teams outside of the top 200 in the back of their minds. The OU men's basketball team hosted a high-scoring UNC Asheville team averaging more than 82 points per contest. The Bobcats rolled over the Bobcats 81-62, shooting 58% for the game and 74% in the second half. And go DJ, this just in, Mr. Cooper was named MAC East Player of the Week. Roads and bridges in Athens County will be protected against fracking. This agreement accepted by the county commissioners is to protect roads and bridges against future increases in the amount of heavy machinery that will be used for transporting equipment for fracking. Companies will have to post bond up to $25,000 per mile to cover the cost of any road damage. In order to decide how to split costs, companies will have to announce the number of vehicles they have on the roads. This agreement will be ready for use by next week. Yesterday was Super Tuesday. Voters went to the polls to decide who will be running in November. Paul Muir joins us live now to talk about it.
Halfway through the quarter is the time when bad habits turn into routines, but Ohio University's Recreation Center has come up with a way to keep students working out. Athens Midday reporter Lorenzo Washington tells us more about Ping's plan.
So how do you keep students interested in physical activity? Ping's answer, make it a game.
Ping started doing the fitness competitions this quarter. It was an idea over the summer, and it really didn't come to fruition until the first week of this quarter.
The competitions range from push-ups to time running.
Now we're doing a pull-up competition. We're going to do a fastest mile competition on the treadmills. We're going to do who can log in the most miles in a week. Try to kind of hit a lot of different demographics with our competitions.
There are also incentives for students to compete.
First prize gets 15% off personal training. That includes sessions or fitness assessments or body composition. And the first three placers of each gender get put their name and their picture on a bulletin board outside of the cardio room.
Even though it hasn't caught on yet, Ping employees hope that more students compete in the fitness competition of the week.
Because I didn't even know about it. So maybe posters, flyers, throw it up there, show everybody that's what it's all about. I figure a lot of people are going to get into it. For the patrons, we want patrons to obviously be more active, live healthy lifestyles, and we're hoping this will kind of bring that to them. Also, we're doing it for our fitness assistants so they could be a little more active within their roles here at Ping, open lines of communication with patrons, and hopefully get some feedback from patrons about it.
Push-ups was last week's fitness competition. This week, competition is pull-ups. Reporting for Athens Midday News, I'm Lorenzo Washington. Thanks, Paul. To find out how Chris Schmiel made himself stand out from other candidates to win the primary election, visit woub.org. An African surgeon from Ghana is the 20th person to receive the Ohio University African Student African Heroes Award. Kwembina Frimpong Boateng won the award for his work in the field on heart health. The Cleveland Cavaliers were not looking too good after they blew a 10-point lead to the Sacramento Kings with only 2.9 seconds left to go in the game. Naturally, the Cavs put all the weights and hopes of winning the game on a teenager. Kyrie Irving drew a foul with 0.4 seconds left and sank two clutch free throws to seal the win, as if he was a 10-year veteran. Unorthodox? Yes, but trust me, being from Cleveland, a win is a win. 20 Ohio University dining hall employees are facing unemployment after OU announced an immediate layoff. The decision was made last night after American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees rejected the memorandum. OU says this resulted from the upcoming Nelson Dining Hall closure, which will create a lack of work. The university hopes the recalled employees will return in the fall. A group that wants to open a strip club on Stimson Avenue is asking a judge for a contempt of court order against Athens. The city was supposed to issue a zoning permit after being ordered to do so by the Athens Common Plea Court. But 3 White Entertainment says they never got the permits. After losing their star player Victor Martinez to season-ending ACL surgery, the Detroit Tigers have had to pay up or shut up. The Detroit Tigers signed Prince Fielder to a 9-year, $212 million contract. The slugger hit 38 home runs last year and drove in 120 RBIs. The deal is only the 4th $200 million deal in MLB history. Good news for the Tigers, who won the Central last year by 15 games. Not so good news for the Tribe. Republicans in the House want to scrap last year's budget that they worked on with President Obama to reduce spending. Republicans are hoping to show voters that they are serious about shrinking the government during the election year. Many new elected Tea Party candidates are pushing for this move, while veteran members of Congress are afraid that the decision will lead to a gridlock. The GOP Congress members will explain where they stand on the new budget plan and upcoming budget debates. Participants use simple materials such as cardboard and duct tape to build shelters for the night.
President Obama releases his national budget for 2013. We'll have a look at what he's doing to sell it to the public.
And we'll have a look back at the life and legacy of singer Whitney Houston. That coming up next when Athens Midday returns. Nothing too bad. It's pretty normal. Down here in the south, it's warmer, obviously. Cincinnati and Athens are about around 57 degrees right now for the high. And as you move up towards the capital, Dayton and Columbus, they're both at 53. And then Canton is at 47. And then the closer we get to the lake, the further the temperatures are going down. Cleveland's at 45 and Toledo's at 45. So it's a good thing we're not close to any big bodies of water besides the Ohio River. Checking out the radar, the Renew Ohio and Rebuild Ohio emergency financing programs are helping people recover from the tornadoes that hit parts of southern Ohio last week. Homeowners and small businesses are dealing with damages can apply for reduced interest rates on construction. The governor has also come up with 2 state-funded disaster relief programs to help communities in Clermont County, which were hit the hardest by the storms.
Time of the show, Lorenzo Washington joins us with a look at sports.
Yes, I hear it was a tough loss for OU hockey over the weekend.
Yeah, that's what fatigue will do to you. The Bobcats fell short yesterday in Linwood at the Central States Collegiate Hockey League tournament. The title marked the 3rd straight game of the weekend for the Bobcats. Top-ranked Linwood beat the Bobcats 6-4. Coaches and players say that they were just plain exhausted. A penny is worth a cent, right? And a nickel's worth 5 cents? No, not exactly. According to the U.S. Mint, it costs more to make pennies and nickels than coins are worth. Now, Obama administration asked Congress this week for permission to change the mix of metals involved in making pennies and nickels. And this would be significant because the recipe remained unchanged for more than 35 years. It just so happens it actually costs 2.4 cents to make 1 penny and about 11 cents to make 1 nickel. Tomorrow we'll have a recap of OU's pageant. Thanks for watching and have a great afternoon.